Imagine this. You're completely paralyzed. You can't move, you can't work, and the world has given up on you. But then you hear about someone who's healing the blind, the sick, and even the paralyzed. You gather all your hope and decide to find this man, Jesus. What happens next will blow your mind. Stick around because I'm going to show you how Jesus really healed the paralyzed man and what this story teaches us about faith, miracles, and the power of forgiveness. Jesus is teaching in a crowded house, so crowded that there's no room left, not even at the door. Meanwhile, a group of men is carrying their paralyzed friend on a mat. They've heard of Jesus' power, and they'll stop at nothing to get their friend healed. But there's a problem. The house is packed. Now here's where things get interesting. Most people would have given up at this point, right? Not these men. They don't let the crowd stop them. They go up to the roof, dig through the tiles, and lower their friend down right in front of Jesus. What kind of faith does that take? How far would you go to experience a miracle? Would you push through the obstacles, even if it seemed impossible? Now this is where the story takes an unexpected twist. The paralyzed man is lowered before Jesus. Everyone's waiting for him to heal the man. But Jesus doesn't start with healing the body. Instead, he says, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Wait. What? Forgiveness? Everyone's thinking, we didn't bring him here for that. We want a physical miracle. But here's the key. Jesus sees deeper. He knows that healing the body is only temporary, but healing the soul? That's eternal. It's like going to the doctor for a broken arm and him telling you, "I'll fix your arm, but first let's talk about your heart." Jesus knew this man needed something far greater than physical healing. He needed forgiveness. So here's the big question. Is there something in your life that needs healing beyond the physical? Could it be that what you really need is spiritual healing first? Now the Pharisees and teachers of the law are furious. Who does Jesus think he is, forgiving sins? Only God can do that. But Jesus knows their thoughts, and he turns to them and says, which is easier, to say, "Your sins are forgiven," or to say, "Get up and walk"? Then, in one of the most dramatic moments in the Bible, he tells the paralyzed man, "Get up, take your mat, and go home." The man stands up. He picks up his mat and walks out, fully healed. The crowd is amazed. They've just witnessed a double miracle. Healing of the body and healing of the soul. Jesus didn't just prove his power to heal physically, he showed his authority to forgive sins. It's like watching someone who's been drowning get pulled out of the water, only to find out they weren't just drowning, they were dying. And in that moment, they received both rescue and revival. Jesus didn't just save this man's body, he saved his entire being. So what does this miracle mean for us today? It shows us that Jesus doesn't just care about our physical needs. He sees the deeper pain, the hidden wounds, the parts of us that need spiritual healing. The paralyzed man's story is a reminder that God is still in the business of healing, not just our bodies, but our hearts. So what needs healing in your life? Is there something you've been carrying, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, that you need to bring to Jesus? What if the miracle you're waiting for goes beyond the surface? Now it's your turn. Do you believe in miracles? If you found this story powerful, hit that subscribe and like button for more inspiring stories and deep dives into the life of Jesus. But before you go, let me ask you, what would you do if you knew Jesus was ready to heal you today? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And remember, Jesus' power to heal is just as real today as it was 2,000 years ago. If you want to learn how to find your purpose according to the Bible, click this video on the screen. God bless.